UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke and Rich, looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Certainly excited to seeing this one. Strap yourselves in. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Getting ready to play their third. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole. It's tracking.
That'll help your scorecard. Well hold.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Harold Varner III currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? And what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
It's an uphill shot, Luke, with a large mound to the right that you can land it on and have it kick back on the green. There's no guarantees that it will. If it stays over there, especially up on top of the mound, well, now you've got all kinds of issues with your third shot. It's a really difficult second shot to find this green in 2 that is long and narrow.
Currently 2 under for the day. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
All right, he's going with a little extra club. Gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Beautiful shot. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay. He's currently sitting in first place. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And that will take him to 4 under. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the fifth here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Ooh, right by the hole. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Nice stroke. Nicely holed. And for par.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. The sixth hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par threes on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Going with the 6-iron here. That was a beauty. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
It's looking solid.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under. After that hole, they're currently tied for first place with Harold Varner the third. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
4 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Was that a rush of blood?
Looks good.
They're nicely holed. And finds himself in a share of the lead. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. A great shot here at the 8th, and a chance for birdie.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And that will move him to 6 under par. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Hope they brought their bucket and spade here, Rich.
You can't do that. I was just going to say that.
They're in the bunker. Got a chance to get up and down. Okay, step one complete, out of the bunker. Now let's go make a putt. He has this putt to save his par. Looking good for the par. Now leading by one shot. All right, as we head for home at the Riviera Country Club, is there a hole that's talked about more than the short par 4/10?
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flag stick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. Good look at birdie here. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
That's the right pace. This should drop. Oh, that's too bad. A birdie putt awaits. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. And that should secure the par on this one. The only good thing about free putting for par is you don't drop a shot. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Oh, I guess they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
And he's safely on the green. 15 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Go on, get in the hole. Just didn't drop. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Nice line. That's well holed. And now -7 for the round. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Putting for birdie here.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today. So far, so good.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
And that would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Leading by 4 strokes after that one. The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if he can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
If it's up, it could be in. Okay, steady now. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 17, the long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
That is not proper beach attire, is it, Luke?
And from the bunker here. Handy out of the bunker there. What an opportunity to make a birdie. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The finishing hole at Riviera, famous for so many exciting finales in tournament history. Rich, take us through the tee shot and approach.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit that through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
That dog will hunt.
Trying to get to 11 under with this putt. Oh, just missed. An opportunity to make a par here. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. Okay, Rich, just a round to play now. What an exciting finish we've got coming up.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.